to receive what I'm putting out, and it just fuels me. So keep it coming. I think we got a really good theme today about how everything is temporary, right? So, you know, I'm going to read a quote that I think says it perfectly for the good and the bad. And then we remember this not only on the yoga mat, but then when we get off our yoga mat in the way that we live life. So right now, the sleeping in my home it's insane. I've got my oldest who's scared to go to bed at night and keeps us up. I've got the middle one who wakes up and tells me all about each dream she has and then goes back to sleep throughout the night. And then the baby who likes to wake up by 5:30 in the morning. So team no sleep over here. And if you caught my class last week, what did I just give up? My Starbucks. So that's going really, really great though. I can't wait to hear about your changes too. Hopefully they're off to a great start. And guess what? If they're not, you'll just have a replay, a fresh beginning. Okay, so here's the quote I wanted to share because I thought it hit it perfectly. Every situation in life is temporary. So when things are good, make sure you enjoy and receive it fully. And when life is not so good, remember it will not last forever, and better days are on the way. So for those who are with me in this whole school debacle, it's temporary. We're going to look back at this chapter and we are going to look at it and it's going to almost be a blur. So we just need to make the most of it, be present, find the silver linings, and know that we're going to come up with solutions. Okay? We're in this together. So find a comfortable seat. Go ahead and close your eyes. Draw your shoulders up by your ears, take them back and down. Feel your collarbones and chest broaden. And let's have our palms facing up so that we're open to receiving. If you'd like to start to incorporate the Ujjayi breath in and out through the nose, this is going to create some heat within. And leaning back just a little bit so you feel your shoulders right above your hips. Crown of the head reaches up, chin parallel to the earth. So maybe you're feeling good right now. Maybe you're feeling uneasy right now. Maybe there's something weighing heavily on the mind. But know that all three are going to be over at some point. Bringing the hands to heart center, bow your chin to your fingertips. If you'd like to incorporate any other intention or dedication, I'm going to give you about a moment or two here to draw that in, integrating everything that you need. The universe has your back. And then when you're ready, blinking the eyes open, setting prayer hands all the way up, open your arms, and then exhale, take them by your side. We're going to start with a spinal twist today. So bring your left hand on the right knee, bring your right arm behind you. As you inhale, nice and tall. As you exhale, twist, look past your right shoulder. So I don't mind if you're on a flat palm or spider fingers. What's important here is with every breath in, you grow tall, and with every breath out, you twist a little deeper. Do it one more time. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, twist, look beyond your mat. And then let your head come to center and switch sides. Right hand to the left knee, left arm reaches up and take it behind you. As you inhale, nice and tall. As you exhale, twist, look over left shoulder. You can keep a slight bend in the elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. And then just one more time. Beautiful. Everything's back to center. Go ahead, switch the cross of your legs if you did have one shin bone forward. On an inhale, arms are going to reach up and then you're going to hinge forward. Start to come into a fold. Some of you will lower onto your block or forearms. You can make prayer hands. You could rest your forehead down. My thing here in the beginning, keep the sitting bones pushing down. So even if you use your hands as resistance, like give yourself that stretch. It's so sweet and you don't want to miss it. And then walk your arms over to the right. Take a breath on that side. Come through center, take it left, breath here, and exhale. Good, back to center. And then we're gonna take our cat-cow stretches in this seated position. So you'll have your palms facing down now, As you inhale, think about broaden, open, look up. As you exhale, pull back. You can even lean back to really round the spine. Couple more. Inhale, open up, arch, look. Exhale, round, pull in. Very good for the spine. One more time. Inhale, open, look up, heart forward. Exhale, pull in. Good. And then let's find our way to tabletop position, all fours. So from here, we're going to extend the left arm forward and the right leg back. You can keep your toes on the earth if your balance is a little wobbly, or you can elevate the legs so it's hip height. We're going to start with some core crunches, taking elbow and knee underneath. Exhale, extend it out. 2 more times. Exhale, extend. 1 more, elbow and knee touch. Exhale, extend. Now bend your right foot and with your hand find it. Maybe you can reach for the foot or ankle, kick up into it, find a little back bend. You're going to find a common theme throughout this class. Here's your first clue. And then slowly, arm forward, leg back, hand down, knee down. Let's try side 2. So right arm extends forward. Again, you can straighten that left leg, leave the toes on the ground, or you could float it up. Pull your lower belly up and in, and then draw elbow and knee towards each other underneath you. Exhale, extend it back. Good. 2 more times. Exhale. 1 more. And then bend your left leg with your right hand. Find the top of the foot or ankle. Kick into it. So looking down towards the left thumb or looking up to challenge the balance. Starting to open that right shoulder. Good. Slowly release. So from here, walk your hands in so you're in a kneeling position, and then extend your right leg out to the side. So the right foot is on the ground, your left knee and shin bone are on the ground. So reach your right hand down the right leg, and then take the left arm, take bicep over the ear, get a nice side body stretch here. Really feel it through the intercostal muscles of the left side of the body. If it's too much to look up, just look down towards that right foot. Good. Now bring your left hand to the mat and see if you could float your right leg up. So it's almost like a modified version of a side plank. We're adding in a little balance, and it's kind of like a half moon pose with the right leg extended. Now you could stay here, bend your right knee back, and with your right hand find that foot or ankle. It gives you a little leverage if you open the left shin out so the top of the foot is almost on a diagonal like a kickstand, and then you can really kick into that right leg. Oh, so good, right? So similar pose just on the side. And then release, hand down, come back into your kneeling position, and all we're going to do is take it to the second side. So left leg extends, the foot is on the ground. So you kind of have to balance out here, find some place for the top of the foot and shin, and then the left arm reaches down that left leg. Right arm reaches up, side body stretch. You can look up. You could look down towards the left foot. Again, we're feeling the stretch in the intercostal muscle. Beautiful. Come through center. Right hand now lowers under the right shoulder. And then you can keep the left leg extended, left hand on left hip, or you could float that left leg. And then maybe left arm reaches up. So it's kind of like a half moon on our knee. A little more support. You like this? Good. And then bend the left foot back, and with your left hand, reach it. Maybe you can find a bind. And again, if you are feeling like you're going to fall, try to open up that right foot and shin out to the side so it's more of like a kickstand instead of being in alignment with the knee and ankle. And then when you're ready to release, left foot down, find your way back to kneeling, and let's come to child's pose. Good job. So knees open wide, toes together, hips are back. Melt your forehead and just find gratitude in this moment. This is the yoga working when we unite everything together, the mind, the body, and the soul. It feels right. This is the yoga high that you can't get from anything else. Finding your way into first downward facing dog. So you'll tuck your toes, lift your hips. You can keep it a turbo dog. Shake your head out yes and no. Eventually take it for a walk. Straighten through your right leg. Straighten through the left. And then let's shift forward into plank upper push-up position. Lift your hips up and back, down dog. So from here, we're gonna look to the top of the mat and slowly begin to walk your feet to your hands. You could tippy toe, legs can be straight or knees can stay soft, hang forward, fold. So first one of the morning, you could grab opposite elbows here. You could sway side to side. It always feels good in my low back. If you want more in the hamstrings, try to straighten your legs by lifting the sitting bones. You can lower your hands to the ground, shift your body weight forward. Really hug the quadricep onto the bone. And then we're all gonna roll up one vertebra at a time. So now rebend the knees, chin tucked, unfurl, come all the way up to standing. Beautiful. So your Namaskar A, mountain pose, toes together, arms by your side, heart open. On an inhale, arms reach out and up, look up towards your fingers. As you exhale, take it down, fold. As you inhale, lengthen your spine halfway forward. As you exhale, step or jump back, plank pose. Lower halfway or all the way down. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Still early on if you want to walk it. If you want to lift up high onto all 10 toes, lifting the heels, you can dial them right, look under left arm. Maybe come up again, take them left, look under your right arm. Good, and then find some stillness in the down dog. So your breath is what's going to take you deeper. Fingers are spread wide, really pushing into the inner thumbs, biceps frame your ears, chest pulls back, heels root down towards the earth, shin bones back. And then look up to the top of your mat. You can take the baby steps, you can lunge it, or you can jump forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold it in. Reverse swan dive. Arms reach out and up. Come to stand. Take the arms by your side. Okay, so your Namaskar B, chair pose, 3 breaths, first one. So sink the hips really low. Make sure you see your 10 toes. Draw the pit of your belly in and then reach your arms up. Last inhale. As you exhale, forward fold over your legs. On an inhale, lengthen the spine halfway. As you exhale, jump or step back plank. Chaturanga, halfway or all the way. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Right leg reaches up, open, bend, and stretch. Any movement in the ankle, the knee. Keep the left heel melting down towards the earth. Good, now square the hip off so you extend the right leg right back. Look forward, right foot to your right thumb. Drop the left knee, low crescent lunge. On an inhale, arms reach up. Any expression here, cactus, interlacing, adding in shoulder, back bend. Good. Now release your left hand under the left shoulder. Right hand's gonna come to your right hip. Tuck your left toes, lift your left leg off the ground, and then reach your right arm up. So another spinal twist. Looking up towards the right hand. If you want a little more, you can actually take the arm back, adding in back bend here. Good. Rewind, hand down, step back plank. Your choice, Vinyasa or meet and down dog. I know we have all different levels and you're all amazing and successful no matter what you choose. Left leg reaches open, bend to stretch, movement in the joints. Right heel continues to push down towards the earth. And then square that left leg, lower the hip so the foot is extending directly back. And then look forward, bend the knee, left foot, left thumb. Softly release right knee to the earth, top of right foot comes down, and then your expression of low lunge. If you interlace, maybe go the weird way. Pull the knuckles down, open that chest. Really dig into that front left heel because that's going to give you the buoyancy to draw up and vertical. Good. Right hand under right shoulder, left hand to the left hip, right toe tucks so the right knee lifts. Turn the torso, left arm opens up. And again, if you want more, take a little back bend. Don't be so linear. Find more space. Open the throat, lean the ears. And then exhale, rewind, step it back, and vinyasa, halfway. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Really putting weight into the pinky edges of the feet, the pinky toes. And then slowly find down dog. Are we starting to get a little warm? Good. Sometimes slower is actually more challenging because you're doing it with quality instead of rushing through. Big toes together. Inhale, look forward, soften your knees, bringing your feet to your hands nice and light. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold it in. Chair pose, one breath. Inhale, come to standing. Release your arms. Good. Bring your hands to heart center. Just close the eyes for a moment. Notice how you feel. And know that you deserve to feel good. Okay. So your Namaskar, here it is. Chair pose, one breath. Inhale. As you exhale, forward fold. On an inhale, lengthen halfway. As you exhale, root your hands, jump or step back and lower. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right foot steps forward, left foot pivots flat. Warrior one, we're gonna hold this one. Focusing a little bit on alignment. So both hips are projecting forward. Right knee is drawing right over that right ankle. Side waist is long, so sometimes I even like to come into the rib cage and with my thumbs like pull it up and then extend through the arms. There it is. One more breath. Exhale, hands frame the right foot. Step back and lower down. Inhale up. Exhale back. Left foot's going to step forward. Right foot pivots flat 45 degrees. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 1. So again, headlights shine forward directly from the hips. Dig into that left heel so the left knee tracks it forward. Maybe you get up in there with your thumbs, pull through the side body, then extend your arms. So sweet. So much space to be found. One more inhale. Exhale, hands frame left foot, step back, same exhale lowers you. Inhale up. Exhale back. You've got 5 breaths here. Knowing that you can drop to your knees for your child. One more deep inhale. Let's take an open mouth exhale. Ha. Good. And then bring your toes together. Look forward and bring your feet to your hands your way. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Finish strong chair pose just for a breath. Come to stand. Release. Good. You're going to take a nice open step back with your right leg. So the edges of your feet line up with the edges of your mat. A little bit of external rotation coming next. So we're going to turn our right toes forward. Heel to arch alignment, finding warrior 2 pose. Arms are going to open out like a T. So your shoulders stack above your hips. Look past your right hand. See if the right knee can come towards the second and third toe. So again, the hips are kind of pushing back and out. And then side angle. So right forearm on the right thigh, left arm reaches up. You could streamline, take the bicep over the ear. You could release your right hand to the ground. Any variation here. Some of you like to go for a bind. You could do a half, left arm behind you, right arm underneath for full. And then look down towards your right big toe. Let your left arm pick you back up and reverse. Left arm down the back leg. Right arm reaches up. So a little bit similar, right, to what we did on the knees in the beginning. You can take half bind, left arm behind your back, reach for right hip. Now encourage the right knee to keep bending forward. Oh, so much more space this way. And then back to warrior 2. Straighten that leg. Bring your left foot in. maybe 1 foot distance. So still heel to arch, but a little shorter. Triangle. Arms reach and extend. Right hand to the shin, floor, big toe, block. Left shoulder can stack above, or again, Utthita Trikonasana, bicep extends over that ear. Keep elongating through the side body. Make sure you're not dumping here on the right? Even if you're touching down, let it be light, where you can like float your right hand off that leg. And then look down towards your right big toe. The left arm picks you up. Hands onto your hips, pivot your right foot in. Nice wide stance again, and let's just fold forward. Release the hands underneath you. You can let the crown of the head start to descend down. Maybe you walk your fingers underneath and away as you start to crawl the crown of your head down. Just feel a nice stretch here. Maybe lifting the inner arches of the feet. Beautiful. Walking your hands forward. Bring your hands now back onto the hips, and with a flat back, we rise. Okay, warrior 2, left side. So left foot pivots to face forward. Bend deeply into that left knee, and then open the arms. Drishti is out over the left fingers. Making sure that the left knee is tracking towards the second and third toe. So it's almost like the thigh can be parallel to the ground. Yeah, it's a juicy pose. And then legs stay the same, side angle. Left forearm on the thigh, right arm reaches up. This is a beautiful stretch. If you want more, left hand could lower to a block or the ground. Bicep can come over the ear. You could half it, right arm behind your back, reach for the left hip. This is kind of where it feels good today. Sometimes I like to bind the arms for full bind, but the main thing here is the right shoulder head draws back. So you don't collapse, but rather you open and expand. And then to release, look down towards your left big toe. Let the right arm pick you back up. Reverse, right arm down the back leg, bicep over ear. You could take half bind if you want it. You could look up towards left fingers or down towards the right back foot. Just see what the neck is preferring. Warrior 2, straighten your front leg. Bring your right foot back now in about a foot width distance. Triangle, hips back, arms extend. Get as much length as you can, and then gently lower left hand down, right arm up. So think about being between 2 panes of glass. You could take bicep over the ear, right pinky finger down to the hip, all expanding. And again, we're pulling up through that left side body. So see if you can like not touch the leg, even for a millisecond. You'll notice if you're dumping. To come out, look down towards your left big toe. Let your right arm pick you up. Hands on your hips, pivot the left foot back in. Interlace your hands now behind your back. Inhale, high lifted chest. Exhale, hinge and fold. Crown down, arms reach overhead. Again, into the shoulders. Keeping the arms bound with a flat back, we rise. Bring your hands onto your hips. Pivot your front toes to the front of the mat. Soften that knee and step your back foot up to meet it. Tadasana, mountain pose. Let's clean the slate. Inhale, arms reach. Maybe grab a back bend. As you exhale, fold. On an inhale, we lengthen halfway forward. As you exhale, chaturanga back. You can come to down dog or work it through. Your choice, meeting in down dog. And then from here, bring your left hand under your left shoulder. We're gonna pivot for side plank. So left hand under left shoulder, you can keep your right foot in front of. You can modify by bringing left knee down. You can amplify by not only stacking your feet, but maybe coming into a tree pose or take peace sign fingers around right big toe, extend it out. Main thing here, whatever's touching down, push down so you could lift up. Yeah. And then simply switch, right hand down. Okay, so all we're doing is pivoting. The left foot could be in front. You can modify by bringing right knee down. You could amplify by taking tree pose or peace fingers. But whatever's touching the floor, push down, lift your hips even more. Oblique work. Last inhale. And now plop to your belly, right? Slowly lower down. Take your left ear cheek to the mat, look right. Arms by your side, and just contemplate life for a moment. We're gonna do 2 back bends while we're down here. And then we're gonna be ready for our peak pose. And some of you may know what it is by now. We are fully prepared. Okay, first one, Shalabhasana. So you can bring your legs together, your toes together. You can interlace your fingers behind your low back. And on an inhale, everything lifts. So the arms, the chest, the legs. Really push down into the pelvic floor. Last inhale. And then exhale, release. Right ear comes down, look left, arms by your side. Okay, round 2. We'll come up in Shalabhasana like we just did. And then once you're up, if you bend your legs back, so your heels to the glute, your right hand could reach for your right ankle and your left one for the left. And then you can kick up, finding bow. And you could rock your bow side to side, or you can get more height by kicking into the legs. Last breath. And then release, child's pose. Bring your knees together this time. Sit back on the heels. Rest your forehead, arms draw back by your feet. Just recover here. And then when you're ready, we'll meet in downward facing dog. Big toes together. Look forward, bringing your feet to your hands your way. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold it in. Chair pose, 1 breath, neutralize. And then come to stand. Release your arms. Okay, so we're coming into King Dancer pose, right? Think about all the back bends we've done, the shoulder openers we've done. So if you'd like to step off your mat, grab a strap, go to a wall, this is your moment. We're gonna transfer the weight into the right leg. You're gonna open your right hand out like you're, actually do your left hand out like you're gonna shake someone's hand, and then see if you could reach for the inner arch of the foot so your thumb comes inside. Now your knees are gonna start off together. Your right arm will reach up towards the sky, and then start to hinge forward. So this is where if you've got furniture nearby or a wall nearby, you can have your right hand on it. And then you're gonna kick into that left leg to open up that left shoulder. Maybe with the right fingers, you take Chin Mudra, connecting the thumb and the pointer. And think about the toes coming up and overhead, almost like a crown. Take 1 more breath, and then slowly release. Good, let's try the other side. So all the weight transfers into the left leg. Now the right hand, like we're hitchhiking, reach for the inner arch of the foot. So this is where you might stay today. Left hand on the left hip. We're kind of good, right? As you grow, left arm reaches up. Start to hinge from the hip. Left bicep frames the ear. And then if you want more, you kick into that right foot to open up that shoulder. You can take Chin Mudra with the left fingers, thumb and pointer finger together, energy seal. Right toes come above the head, a little crown, last breath. And then slowly release. How'd we do? All right, back together, top of the mat. Let's do 1 more chair pose, adding in final twist. Bring your hands to your heart center. Keep lowering down until your pinkies touch your knees so you have a nice long spine. And then think about your left armpit coming over to the right. Pressing your chest and thumbs into each other. You could exalt. If you want to play with your side crow, you can lower your right hands to the earth. You can think about creating a shelf for your right hip and the knee as you transfer the body weight forward, lifting your feet off the earth. You can extend a leg, or you can just play here. And then everybody forward fold, let that go. Open your feet hips distance apart. Peace sign finger hooks around the big toes. Inhale, finding your length. Exhale, melt in. Lift the sitting bones to straighten the legs. Maybe bend your elbows to the sides of the room. Shoulders down away from the ears. Relax. Anytime we fold, it's a chance to check in and cool down for a moment. we get quiet. And then when you're ready, toes back together, chair pose. Arms reach, hands at heart center. This time, right elbow or armpit to the outside of the left thigh. Make sure when you look down towards your feet, the right knee and hip pull back. Hands at heart center. Again, you could exalt. If you want to play with your side crow, both hands to the left side. Think chaturanga arms. So you have to come into the twist, right, in order to find it. And then you melt, transfer. Maybe one foot, maybe both, maybe extend. And even if you get it for a second, it's a lot of effort. When you're ready, forward fold, let that go. Let's take the whole of our hands under the feet with all the plank poses, the side planks, chaturangas, down dogs. You can wiggle your toes to give the wrists a massage. Or if you want more hamstring, think about lifting sits bones. Transfer the weight forward and fold. Slowly release, toes together, hands root down, step, step back, and just push back to down dog. Skip the goodies here. I'm going to give you a couple options for your pigeon. Right leg reaches out and up, and then slide the right knee behind your right wrist. Extend the left leg back. So this can be done on your back in a figure 4 position. If you want more of a stretch, open the right shin so it's parallel to the top of your mat. You can also use a bolster, block, and egg under this right sits bone. Now lengthen the spine, maybe take a peek over the left shoulder, make sure the knee and ankle and top of the foot are all in the same line, and then melt yourself in. So this is traditional. If you want to add in, thread the needle, you'll take your left palm, face it up, thread the left arm through, and then you can lower your left ear cheek to the mat. If you want, you can take the right arm behind your back like the binds we've been doing and reach for your front foot, or let the hand rest on your low back. As long as you feel the stretch in your outer right hip region, you're getting the benefits. Just let the thoughts kind of simmer down a bit. Almost like you could be the witness to them. Okay, you're gonna stay for 3 more breaths. If you wanna push in, walk your hands in. You could do another shoulder stretch or quad stretch, bending the left foot back. You can do both hands to the foot, kick back, open shoulders, or find full mermaid. Toes come into the left elbow crease. Right arm reaches up, and then you can clasp the fingers, kicking into that foot, leaning back into that right arm. Now from here, you're going to release all that jazz. All I want you to do is lean over to the right, taking the left foot, hop the fence. And look, we're going to end up in another spinal twist. So if you didn't get that, you can extend your right leg, left foot hops over, and then you can bend back. Left hand comes behind you, right arm reaches up, elbow to the outside of the thigh, spinal twist. So you look over the left shoulder. So there's a bind available here as well. You can take your right hand underneath this thigh through that little hole, right? And then the left arm can come behind you. You can either reach for the wrists or the fingers. Just make sure the left toes are pushing down. Again, lengthen through the spine, exhale. So a little deeper than we've been. Now to transition through all this, we're going to come to the other side. You can bring both hands over to the right, lift your hips, and then just start to walk your hands in a circle behind you until you end up the opposite way, where your left shin is in front and the right leg is crossed over. And then all you have to do is come to pigeon pose by extending the right leg back. Again, the left shin can come parallel to the top of the mat. You can have that heel in towards the groin. If you peek over your right shoulder, are your hip, knee, and ankle in the same plane as the top of the foot? Any props under left sits bone, lengthen, and then fold. So you could stay in traditional. You can go on your back and do your figure 4 or thread the needle. Right hand up, right arm threads through, right ear down. Left hand can either rest on the low back or reach for your front foot. If you're feeling the stretch in the left outer hip, you're in the right position for you. So you've got 3 more breaths. If you're feeling good, ask yourself why change it, okay? If you want more, you can walk your hands in. Again, bend that right heel into the glute, quad stretch, kick up into both hands, shoulder, or mermaid, heel to the glute. Your toes come to the right elbow crease, and then reach your left arm up, and maybe you can clasp your fingers, leaning into that left arm, but also kicking into the foot of the right. I could stay here for a long time. It feels so nice. And then when you're ready, what we're gonna do is lean over to that left. You're gonna take this right foot to hop the fence. So right foot to the outside of the thigh. Some of you, it may feel better to keep the left leg extended. It's fine, do it. And then same thing here, our left arm reaches up, elbow to the outside, right hand like a kickstand, second spine either flat or palm up, twist. If you want bind, left arm under, right arm around, look over right shoulder. How are the right toes? Are you pushing them down? Mary, don't I always come down and push your toesies? And then just for fun, if you didn't get the change up on the last side, you can bring both hands to the left. Keep your feet where they are, just pivot around in a circle, walking the hands back. And as you come back, you should end up with the left foot over, right? And then just release all that. Bring the soles of the feet together. Baddha Konasana. Inhale, lift that chest. Exhale, hinge it forward. You can use your forearms against the knees. You can reach for your toes. And just give me a nice long spine before you tuck that chin in. And then come up, just extend the right leg out now. So it's on like a 45-degree angle. The sole of the left foot will stay where it is. And then you can bend your forearm, peace sign fingers anywhere inside this right leg. So maybe behind the calf or the Achilles tendon. Left arm will then reach up. Bicep over ear. Again, side body stretch. If you want more, maybe the fingers could reach for the toes, but keep pulling the left shoulder back. And then you can take your right hand and push it against that left thigh. So sweet. And slowly come up. Bring your left hand behind you. You're going to push into the hand. Lift your hips. Reach your right arm up. Gate pose. And then slowly release and switch sides. Left leg out. Sole the right foot in. Again, just bend that left elbow. Anywhere inside the left leg is good. Peace sign finger around the calf. Achilles tendon, ankle. Right arm reaches up, bicep over ear. You can hang out here. Maybe your fingers could reach, but don't have the chest clasped, rather right shoulder back, right? And then the left hand could push down against that thigh. As long as you're getting the side body stretch, you're good. Good. Right hand behind you. Push down into the floor. Push down into the shin. Lift your hips. Lift the left arm. And then slowly finding your way onto your back. Take your time. Legs can extend. You could reach your arms forward. A little bit of core work. Tuck that chin. And slowly, one vertebra at a time, come on down. So let's just do one more back bend. We've done quite a few. So your choice, bridge or full wheel. Your knees bent, feet in line with the sitting bones. You can push your elbows down into the ground, fingers up, and you can come into lifting the hips like this. You could interlace, bring your right and left shoulder close to each other. Full wheel, hands in line with the ears, so elbows are bent. You come to the crown of your head. And then pushing into the hands, lifting up for full expression. Dhanurasana, upward facing bow. So it's very similar to what we do in our belly, but this requires more strength. We're working against gravity here, opening everything up. Maybe a lion's breath in through the nose, stick out your tongue. And then slowly tuck in and lower. Hug your knees in. Gentle rock from side to side. We've done a couple spinal twists, so I'd rather bring you into an inversion here. Legs up the wall pose. So if you want to just hang out here and be passive, you can separate your feet, relax your toes, and just hang relaxed. If you want to come up into shoulder, hands support your low back, keep your neck neutral. You could do your straddle here. You could bring your feet overhead for plow. I'll give you about 8 breaths. So once you're halfway through, if you want to come into plow or ear pressure, and then we're all going to meet in legs up the wall. So you can lower your spine onto your mat. And then just bend both of your knees. We're going to come into the fish next. So you could do half or full lotus, or you could extend your legs straight, pointing your toes. Come to your forearms. You're going to lift your chest. And then just let your head fall back. Opening the throat, the speaking of your truth. Hands could come to heart center for your fin. Letting the veil down, letting armor down. Just exposing ourselves for all that we are. Transitioning safely, tuck your chin. And then yogi's choice for final. You could do happy baby. You could get upside down one more time. You could come to Supta Baddha, soles of the feet together. Maybe arms reach overhead, let your fingers gently touch. Just a couple rounds of breath as we quiet the mind. Relaxing now into all that we know. Every pose is temporary, every transition is temporary, and every moment is temporary. So that's why we have to be here now. So we hold on to this bliss, this joy, this health, gratitude, and that's going to help prepare us for the moments that we rather fast forward through. So in your own time, you'll come into final Shavasana. Right arm comes down, left arm. Extend right leg, extend left leg. Final conscious breath in through the nose. And then just open your mouth, exhale, let it all go. Go ahead and part your lips. Let your eyes roll back into the sockets. And just be. Give yourself this gift to just soak it all in without being in a hurry to get to the next place. Super gently invite a deeper breath in. Let it touch every cell of your body. And bring a little movement, turn head side to side, wrists, ankles turn, fingers wiggle, toes wobble. Maybe reach your arms overhead for a full body stretch. And then take the knees in for a hug. And then you'll come to seated any way you choose. You can extend the right arm like a pillow, come to fetal, or you can rock and roll forward. Keep your eyes soft so that you hold on to everything that you've just established and created for yourself. And bring the hands to heart center as you bow your chin to your fingertips, coming full circle. So my hope for each of you is that today was a reminder that all is temporary. So together we rise as we hold on to all the good, and together we stand as we start to watch the scary, the unknown, and the fear dissolve. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for allowing me to lead you. Namaste.